For Izanai, I'm really going for the Nordrassil set. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful set. It looks great with the hair color I've chosen, actually. And then one thing I love about it is these shoulders. Actually, I have the Merciless shoulders, but they're the same model. I love the little blooming flowers. I'm not a big flower person, to be honest, but I just think it's so perfect for druids to have that, and it's just such a nice little aesthetic, little detail effect that I really love it. For the staff, I've chosen the Vengeful Gladiator staff, which I think is just one of the best looking staves in the game. It also has the effect with the little flowers that bloom on the points here, and then it looks pretty cool when you have the plus 130 agility to give it a green hue as well. The Nordrassil set is, like I said, it just has a great color. It really looks good on night elves. Really has just a real perfect sort of druid feel to it. The gloves, I have chosen different gloves. These are not Nordrassil or Merciless gloves. These are gloves of the Great Horned Owl, and I believe they're just a JP reward I bought somewhere. They look kind of like they have sort of light purple green feathers on them, which I really like. And just overall, this set is quite stunning to look at, and I think it looks great on a night elf. For Muchu, I've always been kind of doing a troll pride theme with this tune. I have the Obsenjin title, and I ride around on one of the swift purple raptors, and I really kind of feel like troll druids don't quite fit in with the Cenarian Expedition, Cenarian Snarkle. They're kind of their own type of druid, and I think they look better with more of a tribal look than any of the sort of traditional druid gear, in my opinion. So that's kind of what I've done here. Most of this is a recolor or a lookalike of the Amani raiment, or one of the Amani sets. All of this gear, the chest, hands, legs, all come from a JP vendor in Chat, I believe, the JP vendor in Chat. So real cheap, real easy to get, and they just look stunning. The shoulders are the tusk shoulders that drop from Zolomon, and the head is the guise of the Lurker, which comes from Black Temple, the first boss, I think. The staff is actually from the tournament. It's one of the first things you can get at the tournament. It's like 60 some, or whatever points those are. And I think it looks just fabulous for druids because it's got the flaming fucking cat head right in the middle of it. It's very tribally looking with the ropes and the sort of horns look to it, so I think it looks great with this tune as well. I probably would also go for the Staff of Trickery. I think would look good with this too. But overall, that's pretty much what I'm doing for Muchu. It's more of a troll look, more of a jungle kind of look, and I think it looks pretty good. For Uxia, I've really gone for a more traditional sort of druid look. It's very, very leafy, very earthy looking. And I thought that I think that really fits with Taurens. I don't think Taurens look as great with something like the Nordrassil set, just because it's too night elf-like. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just feel like this sort of set with more leaves, more sort of wood look to it is more befitting of a Tauren druid anyway. I have the Storm Rage hood, which I hope to get someday. The mantle or the shoulders rather, are the Mantle of Autumn, which is what you get from Laj, one of the bosses in the Botanica. It's got a somewhat low drop rate. At least that was my experience. It took a few days to get that, and quite a few runs. It's very easy to solo if you're, I'd say 76 or above. Pretty easy to solo. The robes is a BOE that you can usually find on the auction house called the Ymirjar Physician's Robes. Looks really great as a druid piece. It's got a very sort of knitted green feel to it. The staff is the Staff of the Green Circle, which probably most of you guys got, I think, at level 20. That was one of the first druid specific quests that we got. So that's a really cool staff. It's got these vines and leaves on it, and it blooms flowers, and it's just a really, really awesome staff for druids. The gloves are bark gloves of Ancient Wisdom. I believe I picked those up in Tempest Keep. They're just sort of a random zone drop. I don't think it was anything in particular that they dropped off of. They just happened to drop. Another glove piece that would go good with this is the Natural Mender's gloves. They're a lot smaller and they have kind of yellow leaf on it. Those would look good too. But so for Uxia, I'm going for mostly sort of a mix of Cenarian vestments and Storm Rage gear, with the Ymir Jar physician's robes and the traditional staff. For Lycan, I'm going for primarily Relentless Gladiator gear. I think the Relentless set for Druids looks really beautiful. It's got sort of a gothic feel, but also retains that Druid look with the sort of bear paws coming out on the shoulders here, and the little bits of green vine growing there, and the kind of woody look to it, which I think just goes perfectly with Worgen Druids. The hood is not part of the Relentless set. I've never been a fan pretty much of any of the Gladiator hoods for Druids, or Gladiator helms. The only one I really like is the Ruthless helm, and it doesn't go very well with this set, and doesn't seem to fit very well on Worgen heads in my opinion. At least not compared to this hood, which is the Stealther's Helm of Second Sight, and you can acquire that from pretty easily from a short quest chain in Shadowmoon Valley that ends with Tauren Gorefiend I Am. The helm, you can't really tell on the model viewer here, but it makes the eyes glow red under the hood, and it just looks very kind of Grim Reaper, very sort of evil and gothic, and I really like it. The staff is the Staff of the Plague Hound, and that's something that drops from somebody in Naxxramas, I think. So I'll be doing that raid, farming for that a little bit later on when I get to level 80 or so on this toon. Yeah, and that's about it for Lycan. I think probably one other thing that would go great with this set is the Fiery Warhorse that drops from Karazhan. It's pretty rare. I'll probably farm it for a while, see if I get it. That would look great as part of this set too. But, you know, I'm not going to hold my breath for that. For Ryuza, what I've gone for is primarily the Deep Earth raiment. This patch is Valor Point reward. I think it's a really stunning set, especially the shoulders look really good. They've got sort of little mushrooms and some rope hanging here around tree branches. It's really quite detailed. The robes are really good too. I love the look of this around the neck here. The gloves are great. The whole set is just really pretty. The thing I'm not a fan of is the headpiece. Again, it seems like we get lots of these really stunning sets, and then the headpiece or something is just kind of falls flat on its face. The piece that I think will go really great with this is any of the Night Song headpieces that have the little moon with the little sort of sparkling effect on here. I think that just looks really stunning on any night elf. It's a very beautiful headset, very simple. The staff that I'm going for this set is the Dreambinder. This is from Ulduar. I believe it's from Freya. You have to get a particular kind of achievement, I think, when you, in order to get this to drop. And even then, it's a particular percentage. So, Ryuza's still quite low level. I don't know when she'll get to 85, but I think just the color of her hair and the color of the set and the staff and everything go really well together. So this is what I would choose for her for a transmog set.